Forever Young win the Saudi Derby, and it wasn't pretty and he made a bunch of mistakes, but he won. And now seeing him back on this track and everything that's happened since, including almost making history and becoming the first ever Japanese-based Kentucky Derby winner.
Look, this is my top pick, but are we remiss that we're not mentioning a couple other horses in this field, like El Cadigo, who is the best dirt horse, or one of the best dirt horses in Argentina. I mean, he's really interesting in here, right? You already talked about Factor Cheval a little bit. Walk of Stars, I thought looked absolutely sensational last time. We've seen this track be forwardly playing today. I mean, he could be the one that goes out there, sets all, makes all, and then holds on.
For Bhupat Seymour, who was going to bring Laurel River here, but didn't. He brings Walk of Stars. There's Rattle and Roll. I mean, you can't keep McPeak down.
You know who he reminds me of? Is Country Grammar. Country Grammar was just a horse. He was a good horse in the Mideast on these tracks. Not all dirt tracks are created equally. He was a force. The World Cup winner and back-to-back second-place finishes in the Saudi Cup. The way Rattle and Roll finished, explosive in the custodian of two holy mosques. Maybe he's one of those types of horses that has just found a new environment and a type of track that he can really thrive on.
I think the bigger key to Country Grammar was getting the 1.25 miles when he was in Dubai, because he was a true 1.25 miles horse. And then the way the track played here to his running style coming from behind. I'm not convinced on Rattle and Roll is what it comes down to, Lafitte.
Clearly.
You are convinced that this also ran a big race, Walk of Stars. Why? He's been reinvented by Bhupat Seymour.
He certainly has. I mean, he was purchased back in prior to December of 2023. He still wasn't the best when they put him on the dirt, but his last couple of races, Bhupat said, you know what, we're going to try something different. We're going to put him on the lead. We saw it work earlier with Shin Empire. You put him on the lead, they get really brave. And the last couple of races for this horse on the front end, they taught him lead the gate and go. And he has been a different horse. To me, his Maktoum Challenge race was sensational.
Excellent.
All right. And here's a horse who prepped on the dirt in Dubai last time, Factor Cheval, but he's better known as a European turf horse. A lot of confidence behind him.
The class, the ability, he has it all. The only question was dirt, and passed the test with flying colors. Expect a big effort from Factor Cheval rolling late in the Saudi Cup.
I believe he's leaving from the same post as Mishrif when he won.
Now, Romantic Warrior's getting above himself again, not for the first time this week.
He is, his exercise rider, Gary Lau, said, oh, he's a gentleman, he's so nice. I have not once seen him be something that I would be like, oh, I'd love to go on a hack on this horse. He is a handful.
And James McDonald has said he's like a lamb in Hong Kong. But when he travels, he gets energized. But let's hope he channels that adrenaline in a productive way first time on dirt. He walks in, they're loading briskly for the world's richest horse race.
He's warm, and he's paying attention, and he was definitely on his toes, but he's not over the top, out of control. Like, we've seen him a couple of days this week where you just had to kind of let him go do his thing. He looks very composed, considering everything going on.
History, first ever Hong Kong-based racehorse to compete in Saudi Arabia.
The best of Asia, the best of North America, the best of Europe, the Saudi Cup, $20 million, Richard Hoyles.
And they're away for the Saudi Cup, a little bit slow away, Ushpata. And early on it is Walk of Stars who moves forward. Romantic Warrior jumped well and just moves off the rail to get some clear daylight and avoid the kickback. Looking for Forever Young, who's broken well and is right across the field as well. Al Musmak is racing in a handy position with Defunded through the first 200. They're being followed by Ramjet, and also there is Wait to Excel. As last year, Ushpata Zoro's the one off the back end. Also towards the back at this stage is Rattle and Roll well behind as they make their way through the first 400 metres. Forever Young in the maroon colours, but it's Al Musmak towards the outside with Defunded, and right there on the running rails, Walk of Stars. Romantic Warrior tracks them in 5th place, Pale Blue, racing on the inside of Wait to Excel, then Ramjet wider out to the white cap of El Codigo. Factor Cheval is at the back of that leading group on the outside of Wilson Tesoro. Then behind those is Intense for Me, still a gap back to Wood and Sun. Rattle and Roll well back, and Ushpata Zoro as Romantic Warrior moves off the running rail as they approach the bend. So out in the lead, Forever Young on the outside, disputing it with Walk of Stars. Right round the outside, Romantic Warrior will be 5 wide into the turn, but he's poised under James McDonald as the big two move through. Forever Young, Romantic Warrior sweeps up on the outside for Hong Kong. They lock horns, and it's Romantic Warrior who finds most initially from Forever Young in second place. The two of them are clear from Wilson Tesoro and Factor Cheval. Two of the great racers horses in the world. And at the moment, Romantic Warrior holds sway. His rider looks across. Forever Young is trying to close, and he's beginning to do so. Romantic Warrior from the outside. Forever Young has got to within 3 parts of a length.
Oh my gosh!
Forever Young, a race for the ages, and Forever Young.
Oh
Terrific night for Japan.
my
Runs
gosh.
down Romantic Warrior and breaks Hong Kong hearts. Back in third place, Ushba Tesoro, rattle and roll from the back. Wilson Tesoro next with.
Oh my gosh, that's one of the greatest races I've ever seen.
Funded Nel Codigo. A stretch duel for the ages where Romantic Warrior went first but couldn't repel Forever Young, who ran him down in the final 50 metres to win the 4th race in a row tonight for Japan, and the one that matters most. The winner in the last strides of last year's